black male found hanging from a tree in North Carolina. We actually have a photo that was from North Carolina. The body of an unidentified man found hanging from a tree is being investigated by the Raleigh Police Department as an actual unaliving. Alleged images of the crime scene have been circulating online. That's one of them there. I want to give you the official statement from the police. Quote, August 15th, 2026, at approximately 3:07 p.m., Raleigh police officers and medical personnel responded to 318 South McDowell Street in reference to a report of a subject hanging from a tree. Upon arrival, first responders removed the subject from the tree and initiated life-saving measures. The subject was pronounced deceased as a result of his injuries. There appears to be no foul play involved. Okay. There's more to the statement. Before I get into the second part of this statement, you're already wondering what is the but-for fact. Why are they concluding that this was self-inflicted? We're going to get into that in a moment. Quote, we want to take a moment to acknowledge the disturbing post that is currently being shared regarding this investigation that occurred today. We understand that this loss may be deeply, deeply painful for those who knew and cared about the individual. We ask everyone to please be mindful of the family and friends who are grieving and to avoid sharing unverified information or speculation while investigators continue their work. Put up the city council member. This is Raleigh City Council member Corey Branch. Councilmember Branch on Facebook on Sunday said, quote, yesterday, an African-American male was found hanging from a tree, and RPD along with state and federal officials are investigating. I ask that we let RPD and the SBI do the investigating and more information to come. Info. North Carolina tracks violent deaths, including those that come by way of self-infliction. I found that there were nearly 1,600 reported self-inflicted deaths in 2023. The most recent data available, the majority of these unalivings among non-Hispanic African-American men, 63.3% involve firearm, followed by hanging at 21.1%. According to state data, more than half of all reported self-inflicted deaths between 2020 and 2024 in North Carolina happened by way of a firearm. 21.4% were by hanging. That's according to the available data. Now, I'm agreeing with the councilman that the investigation needs to happen, period. You have 3 bodies investigating this. It's an investigation. Understand, that's the actual thing we have been calling for as it relates to the 6 people that investigations concluded quite immediately, no foul play involved, without having the auspices of the federal government, state investigation, or local investigation being significantly lacked. Put them up. We covered this last week. However, as we covered, at least 6 black people have been found dead hanging in publicly reported cases across the United States in 2026 alone. Several deaths were quickly classified as self-inflicted by the local police, while families and communities in some cases have questioned those conclusions, especially considering historic context of being black people publicly lynched and killed throughout the country in years past, in particular those that happened in the South. Now, traditionally, because I think we've forgotten this part of investigative protocol. Typically, if a local police department is going to make their call and make their call quickly without forensic, without having the medical examiner's official report on file, without providing you any additional information as to cause and effect or their reasoning to come to this conclusion, is usually because they found something, like a letter that determined it was actually self-inflicted. And they lead with that letter. And typically, even if the person who's deceased left a letter, they still investigate to make sure that they close any loose end that perhaps was over. For the 6 black people, where's your letter? Is there a letter in this one?
I remember seeing this picture on the community page right here on YouTube. I remember when you posted this. Somebody said, this is interesting. We have to get together and fight for justice. Hell yeah. It's talking about what all them folks doing. Y'all said, yes, y'all saw this, right? I put this on all my social media places, right? Y'all look. Y'all see this? Y'all see him in Jet Magazine? Now, who is this beloved man? This was the first black sheriff since Reconstruction in Alabama by the name of Lucius Amerson. Y'all look him up. When you look him up, you will see a whole lot of white people celebrating him, but they're not telling you why they're celebrating him. They're making you think that they're only celebrating him because he is the first black sheriff in this particular, in Alabama since Reconstruction, right? No, but they're not telling you. But what the black family will tell you when you do the deep research, Mr. Lucius Amerson, as they say, made history as the first black sheriff in the Deep South since Reconstruction, taking office in Macon County, Alabama in 1967 and served for 20 years. But they don't tell you. Look at me, family. Look at me. They don't tell you about Mr. Amerson. This is why white folks talk about him and give him the glory and honor and praise, and they keep saying, oh, he's the first black. No. Since when do white folks start talking about a black person and celebrating them for black history more than black people do? No, they never do that. When they scared of you, they celebrate you. They scared of, what was they scared about? Mr. Lucius Amerson, Macon County, first black sheriff. What had happened was, when he became sheriff, some of the white terrorists that was lynching our people, some of the white folks that was doing their uncivilized behavior by murdering us. When he was sheriff, the white uncivilized barbarians kept coming up missing. Nikki, calm down. Mr. Amerson? Somebody say Mr. Amerson. Not Anderson, Amerson, A-M-E-R-S-O-N. So when you look him up, they're not telling you why they love him. They keep saying he the first black sheriff, that counts in Rican. No, baby. White people keeping that part of their research. Somebody say, that's why you, so they like to dominate the narrative, so that way when you pull up his name, you don't really know what he was known for, what he was good for. So white people try to flood the internet with, this is why we love him, for the first black sheriff since no. This first black sheriff, y'all looking real good. See, brothers, if you want to know what make a woman go crazy, so you brothers on here talking about you want to go 50-50 fool. No, ain't no woman talking. Women automatically call him a provider. See, without knowing anything about the count, women automatically fall in love. Because he know what to do. That's what providers do. Providers know what to do. So what had happened was, you can't see this other picture real good because I started putting words on top of it. But you can see when he was sworn in, he's surrounded by all of these white reporters and other stuff, right? Y'all listening to me? Are y'all listening? Look. Y'all see him on the image? That's him. That's a real picture of him.
I meet Susie. With Period 1, she never runs out of energy.
Look at me. Your gift is blessed. How is Candace helping black people? Child, she ain't. She helping white people. She ain't. At all. Don't ever get that twisted. Whatever. Listen up. Listen. Focus on what I'm saying. Mr. Lucius Emerson, that's his name. The reason why white folks went crazy when he became sheriff, the craziest Ku Klux Klan terrorists that was terrorizing black folks kept coming up missing. Somebody say, shh. Why he? The sheriff. All of a sudden, white terrorists just don't exist no more. They just stupid. White terrorists just all of a sudden just came up missing. Just wasn't no white people. Look. So guess what white people did? They put a $50,000 bounty on his head. Ku Klux Klan. Would y'all like to know what Mr. Sheriff, the most illustrious, His Excellency Mr. Lucius Emerson did? When the Ku Klux Klan put a bounty on his head because all their buddies kept coming up missing. Look at me. Before I tell you what happened, we're going to back up. When he became sheriff, the white underlings of the sheriff department quit. Guess what Mr. Emerson did? He hired
Yo.
Where you at?
In the parking lot.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay, I'll be right there.
Were former soldiers in the military. Y'all ain't listening. Let me tell you cool how you supposed to do it when you get a position. He knew what to do. So when the white boys saw that that's their daddy now, that's their boss, they quit. He said, okay. Y'all see this slim looking brother that's standing next to him? Don't he look tough? Don't both of them look like they know what to do, how to iron their clothes, and they know what to do with discipline and all this stuff, like they up to something real strong right? So I say real strong right. Y'all see that? So Mr. Anderson said, then goodbye. So he hired black men that were formerly in the military. And so all of a sudden, under his leadership, white terrorists kept coming up missing. Every now and then you'll see a body or two float up somewhere, and maybe he went fishing. Maybe he fell off the boat. Maybe he caught a whale. Maybe the whale pulled him under. And all that was left was a left leg, with his shoe still. So white boys got scared, got pissed. And they said, this nigga, we gotta do something. So they put a bounty on his head. So guess what? Sheriff Emerson did. Y'all ready? This is real black history in March. Watch this. Magically, he gave a whole lot more of them some obituaries. I mean, I know.
Of course, they didn't have the shoes in there.
Don't say it's just a representation. Don't say the words.
That's it.
A lot of obituaries don't happen. In the newspaper, the section got real long for obituaries. So when they threaten him, why you laughing?
I'm gonna go to the Rainbow 360.
I don't want nobody to
Just
think I'm
one
a dog.
places
I'm giving you
where
history.
stuff ain't there.
Obituaries. More obituaries. Watch this. Guess what else happened? Don't put the words back. Somebody.
Mentioning the police over there, but we are in the community. We got some more police coming out here. So why are the police out here? If you just like why did All right, peace and blessings. Peace and blessings, all praises to the Most High. And as the scripture says, take no part in the works of darkness, rather expose them, for it is a shame to even speak of what they do in secret. And that is a video of yesterday, a group of concerned citizens out in the Raleigh area concerned about the death of a young man who was found in a tree. Right? And they're together in a meeting, and then the police, in true intimidating fashion, came out with unmarked cars and, talking and barking like they do, letting us know that they were watching us, as well as they were flying a drone above us. Now, me, once again, I'm very confrontational. So I wanted to ask the police why they were there, because now they're coming out and said our brother's self unalive. So why are you there if this is what it was? And to me, it was a true intimidation factor. So I had to run up on them and let them know what the people felt. And this is that conversation. Just listen. How y'all gentlemen doing? Pretty good, man. What y'all like? To help us out, man. Yeah. I feel for these poor young men over here. What's that? Let's go practice. Them young men are sweating themselves death over this out here. Well, we feel more. The young man that was hung from a tree right across from the Wakefield. Y'all don't know about that? That don't concern y'all as police officers? We're aware. Yes, sir. Oh, it's investigating? By who? Oh, it is, because I know they said it's only being investigated by the state medical examiner. Yeah, but the medical examiner is just the one who determines how the person died, not how they got there, right? The state medical examiner is the one who examines the body. They don't examine the scene and look at the camera. Huh? Y'all already had the scene examined. What did y'all find? Do y'all think as police officers, white men, that black men are just echoes of trees, either like honestly? I don't know what this is out there, because white men, I don't think something like that. The history of significance of hanging in trees in America, right? So do y'all think really that, we believe it, do y'all think we believe that, black people are doing that? I think that doesn't matter what you know, okay. Yeah. But you don't find that strange though, right? In broad daylight too, like right in front of the way officers do, that doesn't seem strange to y'all? But people also did those things for their own reason too, right? Y'all can't, so y'all just automatically rule out that somebody with that same ideology could have did that. Yeah, I'm just talking about in general, talking to two human beings. You can't, as a human being, not as an officer, rule out that somebody did that. Right? Because you wasn't there, right? So you don't know. Somebody could have done that to him, right? He could have done it to himself. Somebody could have done it. Anybody could have done it. Okay, so that's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So that's not a far-fetched thing to think, right? Right. But again, as I said, he could have done it to himself. We don't know yet. That's why we're doing active investigation. Well, the guy who was there when y'all found him said y'all didn't ask him no questions. Again, I wasn't there yesterday. I don't know what had transpired when they found him. Oh, okay. And then lady, I don't talk out of church. Talk out of church, what that mean? Things if I don't know about it, I don't talk about it. Oh, speculation gets everybody in trouble. No, sometimes speculation makes things happen. Back in the days, nobody could talk about this. Everybody just rolled, like police officers like yourself. When people got found hung from trees, they just rolled by. Okay, well, we know who did it. It was Sheriff Bob over there in the next town. You understand what I mean? So, yeah, that's why we talk about it. Because back then, we couldn't talk about it, or we would be the next person on the tree. So now we can talk about it and express these things that we don't think that people did that to themselves. Because back then, it was the police like yourself doing that. You know that? aware of the history, sir. Okay, well that's that. So if we're aware of the history, then it's not too far-fetched to think that. Actually, what they had the funeral service for the guy who actually escaped a lynching by 2 Wake County deputies. You know that yesterday? It's true. So you know that. So then we have this, and then we just say, oh no, he just did it. That's what we're supposed to do. Thank you, sir. I'm trying to be nice and polite. Oh, no, I'm just talking as a human being. You don't want to continue the conversation. We don't have to. We're doing an investigation. Like I said, I'm not talking to you as a police officer. I'm talking to you as a man, as a human being. I'm not asking you to give me. I'm just having a conversation as a human being.
Something out of here.
So I don't. You don't have to say, well, I'm not a part. We know that. We've all established that. We're just having a conversation about lynchings in America and them being done by police, Wake County police in America. Like a guy just died 2 days ago. You know what I'm saying? But was buried 2 days ago. No escape the lynch. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. I mean, I'm not saying you did it. I'm not saying you did it. But I'm saying it was done by police in my lifetime. Because that guy just died. So that was my lifetime. So I don't think it's far-fetched for me to say, whoa. Yes, sir. All right, but you guys have a nice day, man. All right.
Okay, so that was the interaction, and I wish that you could see the look on their faces. I mean, especially it was the older one with some glasses, trying to be the